Everyone and everything makes mistakes. Mistakes are one of the key parts of how life proceeds. That's as true of monetary systems as it is of any other kind of human system. And you can see this in three different ways. So let's just start with the first of these, simple human error. Remember all the times that you've got wrong change in a shop or in a bar or something of that kind. It happens constantly, even now. Think at the same time of all the ways that people have actually tried to circumvent that issue. And I was reminded of this by your wonderful poster on cash registers. And one of the things that is quite clear from the text is that part of the attraction of cash registers is that they will minimise the mistakes that cashiers might make. So that's important, I think, any way you look at it. But human error can take place in other ways too. So if you look at modern international financial system, actually still people get it wrong. They add 1 or 2 zeros to a transfer. This happened recently and caused an enormous loss in a bank. You can get it back, but it takes a long time, and in doing that you've lost the time delay, so you've actually lost money. So those kind of things are really important, but one can go on from that as well. One of the things I'm reminded of, and this comes on to the systems which then are there to try and stop these errors taking place. So this is the second level. Is the systems which are actually there to net out calculating error. So if you think in particular before there was a large amount of computation, you still had to have ways of making sure that you didn't have error. Now if you think about the way that people cash up in shops and elsewhere, often they use a process of netting to do this. So they're not actually looking at every single transaction, but they're just trying to make sure it comes out roughly right. Now that happens still with check systems of one kind or another, and the United States is, wonderful in still having these heritage checking systems. And I can remember from the 1980s, it must have been, in the City of London, going to actually see the major place in which all the checks circulated in the UK. They all came into this place, day after day, couriered from around the country, and then people would go through them. And if you think about it, the idea that you could, actually net out how much went in and how much went out for a bank using those systems is an extraordinary thing to be able to do. They had automated machines, that pushed all the checks through and such like, but still they made errors. And netting was a way of making sure that they minimised those errors without trying to make out they weren't making any at all. Because systems at that point couldn't actually do anything more than that. Now we come off, of course, to the idea that software will have got rid of all of these kinds of errors. I find that highly unlikely. And I find it highly unlikely because the coders make errors as they write the programs. Everyone knows this. And sooner or later most of them will be ironed out in any package, but not always. And so, again, within these financial system software packages, and then more generally within the system architectures, there's still quite a lot of error that's actually written in. Then lastly, and going on from this, of course, there's simply and straightforwardly the idea that at a big system level you should try to think of a way of actually smoothing these kind of things. So if you look at modern management practice in terms of finance, you will have risk managers who are there precisely to try and make sure that you have worked out every single risk that might face a particular institution, every kind of error that might turn up, and that you will have worked through how important those are and how you can actually, again, iron them out. The idea is that banks should be resilient, which again does not mean that they won't make errors. It doesn't mean that things won't go wrong, but when they go wrong, you can recover. And that, if you like, is a foundation, a lot of international financial practice at the moment when it comes to it. But within all of this, error exists like a kind of constant infection going round and round the system, and it's never going to go away, I can promise you.